Hello everybody! Today's video, drum roll, is going to be about fandoms. I've been sucked into some fandoms and I don't know how that happened. Like, I am far too old to be a member of a fandom, right? But yeah, oh no, I've suddenly just become one anyway and got sucked in. I think pretty much everyone is a member of one fandom or another, and I don't think that just relates to girls. I think that boys are members of fandoms too, even if they're less likely to talk about and admit to it. Boys, you know, fangirl like crazy over sports like football or soccer if you're American, you know, American football, basketball. They're just totally fangirls. And then computer games, oh my god, don't even get me started. You only have to look across YouTube for all like cheat videos and tutorials on how to pass a level and stuff like that. So boys that say that girls that fangirl are immature are stupid because they do exactly the same thing, just over slightly different topics. But basically, okay, which fandoms have I been drawn into? Have a guess. Yeah, the 1D fandom and the Dan and Phil fandom with a PH, fan, as in Phil and Dan. So clever. Yeah, totally been drawn into those two fandoms. I've loved One Direction from the beginning when they were on UK X Factor, and the minute they got put together I was rooting for them all the way through. But sort of rooting for them and liking their music to spending 2 hours watching interviews of them on YouTube, slightly different. So yeah, that happened. I'm totally going to blame my friend for that. Well, two of my friends actually, Lauren and Lindsay, who have actually gone to Doncaster today to stalk Louis because he's playing football for Doncaster this evening. So they're getting blamed. I hate you, you ruined my life. Because they're totally like obsessed with 1D and now they've dragged me along for the ride. Thank you very much. And then Dan and Phil, I've only got myself to blame for that. I discovered them on YouTube and started watching them and now I'm completely obsessed. I just love them so much. I think they're just so genuine and really nice guys, and I have a minor crush on Dan, which is a bit weird because he's 22 and I'm 30. Anyways, basically, I just think fandoms have changed so much over the years. Like, I was a member of fandoms in the 90s, and in the 90s, obviously, we didn't even have the internet, really. Definitely didn't have any of the social networking sites. And I don't know if that changes for the better or the worse, and I was discussing this with Lauren. I feel like, in a way, it's good because you can completely dedicate your life to stalking that person that you are fangirling over. But at the same time, I think sometimes you find out too much and it ruins your life a little bit. Like, when I was a member of a fandom in the 90s, we'll use Take That for example. You're probably wondering who the hell's that. Yeah, boy band, British boy band. You couldn't really find much out about them other than what was printed in magazines and newspapers. So the likes of the thing now with One Direction, where they've got girlfriends and Harry is being seen leaving several celebrities' hotel rooms with his wash bag, you weren't exposed to all that. The paparazzi did sometimes snap people together, but it was so easy for them to just say, oh, there's nothing going on, we're just friends or whatever. Now, the likes of that with Harry leaving celebrities' hotel rooms with his wash bag, how can he deny that there's nothing going on? He's leaving someone's hotel room with his wash bag. He's clearly stayed the night, and don't tell me they were drinking milk and eating cookies. Don't believe it. So I feel a bit sorry in that sense because I know the 13-year-old me would have been soul destroyed about seeing that and being exposed to that, because I'd have been like, no, please, no, don't love another girl, love me, marry me. So I kind of feel that that's a bad thing, but in the sense of stalking and finding out more about somebody that you're obsessed with, it's so much better now that there's the internet. Because like the likes of Lauren and Lindsay, who's gone to Doncaster today stalking Louis, they'll be constantly on Twitter looking to see if any of the other 1D guys are in Doncaster there to watch him, and they'll be stalking them and it'll all be loads of fun. Whereas years ago, it would have just been like word of mouth and gossip, whether you found them or whatever, things like that. I also feel that like fandoms can come together a hell of a lot more because of social networking. And like, if I go on Tumblr now, follow some 1D accounts and I follow some like Phil and Dan accounts, and some of the stuff you see is absolutely hilarious. Like, some of you guys are so creative and so funny. And I really do like the 1D and the Phil and Dan fandoms. I feel like the 1D fandom might have a slight bit more drama, but it's a lot bigger. Obviously, 1D have a lot more fans than Dan and Phil, even though Dan and Phil are huge in their own right. And yeah, I just think that the fandoms are absolutely incredible, and you guys, like the way that you all make friends and talk to each other and completely obsessed together, I just think it's absolutely amazing, and I really wish that I could be a part of that. I mean, what I find absolutely nuts is, like, years ago I would have like watched DVDs of whoever I was fangirling over at the time over and over again, just that one DVD that they brought out. Whereas now you've got YouTube, you can access any interview they've ever done. You can access live shows that they've done, you can access like vlogs that they've uploaded. It's absolutely mental. You can literally just like, you feel like you get to know the person. And I think that's how I've sort of got dragged into it, because I was really interested in the current fan culture and the way that fandoms were going. And it started off kind of as research. But then when you get in there, it's so much fun that you just want to stay and you want to become a part of it. Another thing that's absolutely mental and is completely new to me is all this shipping, which I didn't even know what it was, and then I've looked it up and now I'm obsessed and I'm like, do I ship Larry? Do I ship Fan? Oh my god. Like, people putting two people together in a relationship and then making videos themselves of like evidence of why these two people are together, and then like looking for evidence and are they, aren't they, and it is so much fun. It is fascinating. I, at first, when Lauren started talking about Larry, was like, oh, shut up. Harry's a manslag and is constantly coming out of girls' hotel rooms with his wash bag, and Louis's got a girlfriend. Don't be so stupid. The more I have watched them videos about Larry, the more convinced I have got that there might well be something going on there, and that Eleanor may or may not be actually Louis's girlfriend. And then the other side of the spectrum of the Dan and Phil fandom is that Dan and Phil are together, and yeah, which honestly, I'm a 30-year-old woman. You would think I would be able to tell. I can't tell. I honestly am not sure. I think that there's definitely a certain campness there, but that doesn't necessarily always mean gay. I know plenty of camp straight men. And then I've ended up watching, like, for 3 hours, just video after video after video of evidence of Fan, or why Fan isn't real, or, you know, I'm Googling till my heart's content, trying to find out, why do I even give a shit? I'm married, and I'm never going to meet Dan and Phil, and even if I did meet Dan and Phil, I'm 8 years older than Dan, and why do I give a shit? But because everybody else is talking about it, all of a sudden you get caught up in it and you're like, I'm going to find out, I'm going to find out. I don't even know why I care. I mean, if Dan and Phil are gay, that's fantastic for Dan and Phil, because they are like the best friends and clearly make each other really happy if they are together. But if they're not together, then that doesn't affect me either, because, like I said, I'm never going to meet them, and I just don't know why I give a shit, basically. But I do. So, yeah, that's today's video and discussion, and yeah. I know that there's like 1,000,001 other fandoms out there, so shout out to all you guys as well. I'm sure your fandoms are lovely. Of the two that I've experienced, I honestly can say that there's some of the nicest people in the world. And they're always like sharing things with each other, and if you miss something then they put it on Instagram and they tell you what's gone on, and it is so easy to get sucked into it. Like I said, why the hell would I care? I'm 30, I'm married, and I just, yeah, but somehow I still managed to get myself sucked in. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope that this is the sort of topic that you would like me to be talking about and discussing. Also, please leave requests for videos that you'd like to see me film. If you want to see me do the cinnamon challenge, then bring it on. I'm not bothered. Yeah, I'll do it. Leave me comments down below. Basically, all I want this channel to be is fun. I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be informative. If there's any subject that you'd like me to deal with and speak about, I will do that. I am actually a qualified youth worker, so I do have a lot of knowledge about things, certain subjects like sex and self-harm and depression and all those different things. I don't mind talking about those things if you want me to talk about them. Just look at me as like an honorary big sister and I will help you through whatever you need helping through. So yeah, I'm going to go now and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.